Hello everyone, this will be a raw, short, unedited video, and by the end of it you'll understand how you can quickly tell if you're closer to the grip limit or if you're underdriving the car. And what I'm going to show you now is what is the difference between using more grip and using less grip. And it's easier to judge it this way because looking at the inputs, sometimes you have to spend a bit more time, sometimes it's not clear. Like right now you can see in the telemetry in the both sides some different things going on, but it's not something major, not something huge. While taking a corner, I like to use the concept of singing a song towards the entire time of being in a corner. Meaning, whenever you are on the initial braking part, then mid-corner, then the exit, you want your car to make a lot of noise with the tires. It's all about the tire noises. Now, let's take a quick example, and I will edit a bit of this for you. But let's take, for example, these 2 laps. And I'm gonna play now the faster lap. Be mindful on the tire noises. Corner entry, mid-corner and exit. Now let me quickly explain why this difference appears. Well, it all starts on the initial braking zone. What you want to hear when you're initially braking is the tires. So if you're not hearing the tires on the initial braking, it means that you're not hitting the threshold braking, or you are not hitting it and holding it long enough. There are some different scenarios and I want to quickly cover all of them. So if you're not hearing the tire noises on the initial application of the braking, you're not hitting the threshold. That's it. If you're gonna hear the tire at first, but then as the corner progresses, now you don't hear the tires anymore, it means you drop the brake pressures too quickly. You could have held the threshold a bit more, or you could have just dropped a bit less the brakes. So that's why the sound disappears. If the sound still stays, but when on turning it disappears, it means that you overslow the car. That's one of the things. So you maybe braked a bit too hard, almost to lock up, and now you released a lot, and as a result you're arriving with less speed, so you overslow a bit. Maybe you didn't use the downshifts as you could. So maybe you're in a higher gear and didn't use the downshift to slow the car down to rotate. So while turning in, it's all about getting more rotation. Not hearing the tire noises means you're not rotating well enough. Now let's say you hear the tire noises towards mid-corner, but now on the exit you don't hear them anymore. That's because you're too late on throttle. So your throttle was too late, or the application was lazy, or it was not confident, taking too much to build up. You pick up the throttle, then you drop it, and then you pick it back again. So that's the possible reasons. Now again, ideally towards corner entry, mid-corner and corner exit, you want to sing a song with your car. You want to have a constant rumbling of the tires all the way towards 100% throttle. Whenever you're gonna be on 100% throttle, you won't hear the tires anymore, and that's perfectly fine. Now for my actual sound settings, it's pretty simple. You want to have the tires all the way up, you want to have the main volume all the way up. Engines I found to be less disturbing around -10, -11, so on personal preference, I would say having them more than -10 is definitely not helping because it will be too loud. But exaggerating and having it right here, it's killing the immersion in a way, so I keep it around -11. As for the others, it doesn't really matter. I would suggest lowering them as much as you will. Try to test it and see how each of this will affect. But I kinda experimented and I end up with this. Besides tire noises, you can also look at timing of downshifts. You can also look at how the throttle sounds when you apply it. If you're gonna compare yourself with a better lap from another person or for your own laps. Either way, this was my quick video. I'm sure it will help a lot of you, especially the ones that feels that are stuck and are facing a plateau. I know for sure for me it helped, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.